Yeah, what's going on, guys? Your boy VD here back on the Madden 16. Today we are already doing the last play out of the single back bunch 8. I feel like I've milked down pretty much all the good passing plays, so today we're going to go over the running plays. And the first one we're going to do is actually probably the hardest one to do, and for more advanced players. I know that's kind of weird to say, but it's the end around lead. The end around lead is really good this year, but only if you know what you're doing. So if you're interested in it, watch. If not, look down in the description below, and I'll go to the very first run play. But the end around really is only if you are a bit more experienced with the game and you know like what you have to look for the hole. So you definitely want to have your quickest receiver over here, all the way at the right. We're going to put Ted Ginn there. He's going to be the guy we're going to go with, obviously, because Ted Ginn is, that guy. So I'm going to come on in there. I'm going to pick a random play. And as soon as you look, you have to know what you want to do. And I ran this play like 3 or 4 times, and every time I ran it, it was pretty much the same result. As long as I made the right move, I was almost always breaking off like a good 30-yard run. As long as I picked the right hole. So you're gonna see right here, we definitely have a stack on the left side, and over the top you see like it's a way spread formation. So we might have to cut this up the middle, but we're actually gonna snap the ball, and yeah, that was definitely one we wanted to cut in the middle. Even though the end around really is telling, like it wants you to run around, it wants you to run around. See there, we want to double juke into the hole right there. Because if we try and hit that edge, they're going to block shed, or someone else is going to hit us every time. So you don't always want to hit the edge. Sometimes you have to juke up the middle. See, this time, this was a good time to hit the edge. Or you're going to juke to the inside, pick up a block, and we're going to have the nice stick skills to be able to run for a touchdown. I know that's kind of like a weird thing to say, but you really do have to work the stick pretty well. Goal line, this is actually a really good play against the goal line if, what's-his-name, didn't just block shed perfectly. I don't know who that is, but that was a really nice block shot by him. So, you really just have to know when is a good time to juke and when isn't a good time to juke, because you're going to, like you see, like you guys are watching right now, like that's, like I'm house calling this pretty much every time, as long as I make the right juke. So the way I'm doing double jukes right there. To do that, you want to hit left and then right on the stick in rapid succession to juke to the right. If you want to juke to the left, you want to do it right to the left in a rapid succession. Because the juke to the right, you go left first to put your left foot down, and then right to juke off your right foot, and vice versa if you want to juke the other way. So goal line again, we're going to snap the ball. He is going to get a nice block shot again, but we're going to be able to easily run around. And we tried to stutter step him that time because he just wasn't in a good place to be able to juke to the inside. But Ted Ginn, thankfully, actually broke up the tackle and we were still able to house call. And that's why you want to have a speedy, elusive receiver there, obviously. That way they have a higher chance at making someone miss. So this time is also going to be another time where we take it off the edge. There really wasn't much going on right there. That's just going to happen. End around, it's kind of a high risk, high reward sort of thing. But to be honest, as much as a high risk, all you're really going to do is maybe break even, as Tegan's going to actually shed off 2 tackles there and actually run it for a touchdown. So this play is definitely really, really good. I want to get to another situation where I have to cut it up the middle. And right there was probably a good scenario, but he kind of block shedded really sudden. It looked like I was going to be able to hit the edge, but then he just block shedded. And that's just going to happen sometimes, which is why this definitely isn't like the go-to running play out of this formation. Because I actually double juked the wrong way there. I definitely want to hit it to the left. Holy shit, Ted Ginn's an animal. Sometimes you are right here. This is going to be a good time where I actually have to stop and cut it up the middle, just because I know if I hit that edge, I'm going to lose yards, and that's just going to happen sometimes. Where unfortunately you're probably just going to have to double juke and take it up the middle. That's what we're going to do right there. And Ted Ginn's actually going to break off a tackle, and we're going to take it in for a touchdown. And that's really it for the end around. So you really just want to run the play a few times and know what you look for. You'd have to find the hole correctly. Don't sprint until you find the hole. If you got to run around, sprint from the very beginning. You just have to point your stick towards the hole, find the hole, and run through it. Next play we're going to do is the halfback slash fake end around. I really like this play. And this is actually a really, really good running play. The only problem I have with it, is right there, we're actually going to get blown up, is the end around. The ball gets snapped immediately and you're right away handing it off. And this, he goes in motion first. So it's pretty easy to tell the difference between the 2 plays, which is really annoying to me. I don't get why they didn't make it, like, I don't know. They didn't make it like you snap the ball, he runs. I don't know why they, like, I don't know. I just feel like the play would have been better if they would have done that. But this is also more of a high risk, high reward sort of thing. Because whenever you put your receiver in motion, like all those plays where they put the receiver in motion, it seems like they just get like very good block sheds on the defensive line, especially in practice mode. I know you're going to see Ryan Kerrigan's in a block shed pretty much almost every time. You just got to be able to juke the right way and hit the right hole. Because with this play, sometimes you want to hit to the outside like this time, and sometimes you want to cut up the middle. Sometimes you want to hit the B gap. Sometimes you want to cut in reverse field. You really just have to find the open hole. This time we're probably going to have to hit it up the A gap, and that's exactly what we're going to do. But Ryan Kerrigan's going to block shed because Ryan Kerrigan's an animal, and there really isn't anyone on the Panthers offense that could block Ryan Kerrigan, because Ryan Kerrigan actually is like a really good linebacker and head-to-head. He has a really good block sheet, a really good run stuffer, really good pass rusher. So, and the Carolina Panthers have proven themselves to not be very good at stopping them. But this play is definitely one you want to add to the arsenal. If it was the bad running play in general, I wouldn't have even shown you guys it, because there's going to be a few plays I'm not going to show you guys. And that's really it for this play. It really is good, but these two probably are like the best two running plays in the formation. There's also the toss crack, which is going to be the next one we do. The toss crack is actually really, really good. I probably actually should have taken Tedgin out and swapped him with Calvin Benjamin. But the toss crack is also pretty good. Just unfortunately, we're going to be running to Ryan Kerrigan's side, and Ryan Kerrigan is going to make bitch work out of Erickson. Right there, he's double teamed, and he's actually still going to be able to shed the block just because he's Ryan Kerrigan. All tosses are really good this year. That's really just it. Everyone knows tosses are just the way to go. And we're using Jonathan Stewart. He actually only has 86 speed, and obviously the quicker the running back, the better. For this play, that's not necessarily true for like that halfback slash, the fake end around halfback slash. You don't really need someone really fast. That's more of like a power. That's more of like a power running back play. But this is definitely more of a speed back play right here. And 74 is like the slowest pulling guard ever. But that's really it for the play. You just toss it, follow your blockers. Sometimes you don't always want to sprint right away. I don't know what the fuck happened right there. Excuse my French. No one wanted to block right there. That was pathetic. So yeah, I don't know why number 74 gets like a really crappy animation, like he stops running. But that's really it for the toss crack. It's just a good running play that you want to mix in there. And then next would be the audible run play. The audible run play is probably one of the worst running plays in the formation. There's worse. But Halfback Ace Power is the audible run play. I wouldn't even run it. I think it's horrible. That's like the worst running play, and of course it has to be the audible one. Halfback Ace. I'm not going to show you guys it because it's that bad. I think it's horrible. Mountain Panther Zone, I actually like a little bit. This is also more of like a more of a power back running play. But I don't even run this every game. It's definitely good to mix in there. Just the only problem is with the weird motion that tight end goes into. No other play is like that, so it's really easy to tell. If they do that, you run commit. Like it's because there's no other play with that in it. I'm right there. I probably should have cut that to the left, but I probably this can be pretty good. I've broken off some pretty good runs with it. Unlike what is it called? Power Ace or whatever. See right there, where I probably should have cut that upfield, but I honestly thought that I was already tackled. But this play definitely has potential to be good, and it's actually pretty good on the goal line. You're almost always guaranteed like 2 or 3 yards, to be completely honest. This isn't really like your break it off play, but this is a pretty good power run for those solid 2-3 yards that you need, like in 4th downs or goal line situation. This definitely is the better run play in this formation, to be completely honest, because you're almost always guaranteed like a yard or two because. If the way that you motion that tight end in, he's very good at picking up the lead block. And that's really it for that play. The last would be the screen. Screen is definitely pretty effective. I don't really run screens this year, but screens actually under center are pretty good this year. You just got to be sure to get the ball off on time right there. The halfback slip screen. Snap the ball. If it's there, it's there. If it's not, sometimes you might have to eat the sack. See right there, we're actually going to be able to take it for a nice few amount of yards, though. Screens are definitely effective, and people don't really expect you to run on a single back, but I think the single back screens are better than any other screen this year, to be honest. So, if there's any like screen you'd want to run, it'd probably be the one in this formation. I don't know. I don't think I run it like maybe every so often. This is actually a really good play to run like on 3rd and long because they really don't expect it. Right there, that was goal line. I'm pretty sure definitely don't want to run it in goal line situation. But this screens are really good to throw in. They're very situational, if you ask me. Some people will run them the whole game, but you only really want to like throw it in on like 3rd and long. anything like that. You know, this definitely isn't like a play you wanna abuse because it's pretty easy to sniff out a screen, and you really only have one read. I hit A to snap and I actually did that, but you only really have one read. Other than that, it's kind of take a sack or attempt to throw it away. And I freaking did it again. What's wrong with me? But that really is it for the screen, and that's actually it for all the running plays, guys, and that's actually it for the single back bunch ace too. So if you guys liked the video, give it a like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. It's gonna be down in the description below, and as always, also I want to thank you guys for 2K, and we're almost at 100K views. It's amazing. But as always,